So what I want to talk about today is my personal story on how I became more social as a person who was mostly introverted my whole life and how that could actually help you in many ways. So I think that people are probably born either extroverts or introverts, and there's like nothing wrong with that. You can't really, no, you can't like really go back to your childhood and change the way your parents raised you or anything like that. But I really do believe that being an extroverted person who has great social skills and just feels comfortable and ease around people is like much more fun. It's much more fun, and your whole life will be better. It will be much easier for you to basically achieve anything because you get a network of people that you can get into really, really well, and you don't feel like you are not belonging somewhere. Like, I remember when I had a girlfriend, she asked me once, so like, we invited a few people over to our place, and when the people left, she asked me, why are you not talking? Like, why you didn't said anything? And on the other side of the spectrum, think what would be the most opposite of not talking, of like being a quiet person. That would be being a loud person, talking all the time. But you don't ask, you can't ask people, why are you talking so much? Why are you talking all the time? That seems rude, right? That seems unpolite. But it's absolutely normal in society to ask like, why are you so silent? Why are you like not talking? Why are you like not presenting yourself? Anything like that. Just have you ever thought about this? Like no one is talking about that, but it's the same character trait, but on the other side of the spectrum. So being talkative a lot, if you ask that, that's a bad thing. But you can absolutely ask like, why are you not saying anything? That was my idea. So my first point would be that so far I haven't found any quick fix yet. Like there's no rich and easy, quick and easy scheme. You have to increase your confidence. Really, confidence is the key. I know it's not something you can change like bam in 1-2 days. It takes time, couple of months at least. But by far, it's definitely it's definitely the best method. So for me, it happened I think like 9-10 months ago when I bulked up and my physique became like much better, and I just had this confidence in me that basically no matter in which situation I'm getting into myself, I know that I'm stronger than probably 95% of people. I mean, just look at this, right? It's fucking massive. So like, of course, nowadays you don't really get, like depending on where you live, you don't really get in the situation where you will have to fight other random men on the street, right? But that was the thing in my idea. Like in case if in some random social event, I accidentally say something rude to another person and he just wants to punch me, I know that I'm stronger and like other people will behave, right? I know it's not the best approach, and like you could definitely argue how that would work because there will be always someone stronger than me or someone who looks skinny but is actually like MMA fighter. But like really, the chance of that is pretty fucking small. So I will take these chances. Second most valuable thing for me to understand was that I actually don't need anything from other people. So let's say more than up until a year ago, subconsciously I was thinking that I should make friends with every person I met in any situation, even if I'm pretty sure I won't meet them again. I wanted to become friends with everyone. Of course, that was in my subconscious. I wasn't thinking about it actively all the time. But the idea was to make friends with everyone. So in the future, in case if I need their help to achieve any of my goals, these people can help me. That was my idea. Even if like the chance is pretty small, if I if I'm trying to get these people to like me, I could use their help in the future. But up until a year ago, I understood that I don't really need the help of other people. If I really put my mind and my discipline into it, I can really achieve basically anything I could want, and I don't have to make friends with everyone. I mean, that would be just impossible, right? That would be absolutely crazy. Obviously, that would be a bad trade-off. So don't try to do that. Third thing is that, all of this is good to know, but you have to actually apply it. Like, without applying it in practice, it wouldn't really help you. So I'd probably recommend just to start having a small talk with random people casually, and don't really overthink that. Like, if you wanna, I don't know, like, talk with some stranger in the grocery store or in the gym, don't think about it like 30 minutes panicking and biting your nails. Just do it fucking randomly. You can just ask like the most random question. You don't have to ask about the political views or like which petroleum car to buy in 2025. No, just ask like, oh, nice pants, where did you got them? Or sorry, my phone died, what's the time? Just start with really something small and then accelerate, because if you've been introverted your whole life, it seems like such a big obstacle to have a full conversation with complete stranger, but you don't have to do that. Just ask like small question and just get that momentum rolling. And just initially force yourself to do that until it becomes an entertainment. So I remember how for me it was that at the beginning of this year, right, I started working much more. I was working probably 60-65 hours a week, and I started going to the gym more. So as I started putting more time into these two things, my already weak social life became nearly inexisting, and I remember just craving that last bit of socializing, right? So at the same time, I started walking to saunas after the gym session, and there just happened to be some random people, and I just craved that. I just felt that pull towards socializing with random people, just saying anything, and I just did that, and it just felt so great for me, so great, really. Another thing is that you have to stop thinking that strangers are angry, depressed NPCs, right? So I grew up mostly thinking that people surrounding me have like really bad, actually like people are known for that in my country, right? To have very like poor social skills and don't be talkative at all, like probably like the most introverted country in the world, maybe. So that was my belief, right? I remember I went to US for 4 months. Then I got back home and I was just walking around my home, and it felt like just some random strangers, like they had this look on me, like you know how everyone is in US, they like just so smile on, like how are you doing? Hey man, like what's up? Like fuck off. But when I got back home, I felt like people are staring at me like I'm a devil, right? Like I remember I was just walking by, and like there was one grandpa who was walking past me, and she looked like I don't know, like fuck, like everyone fucking died and she's about to die in 1 hour. She's been diagnosed 5 fucking cancers. She was like really pissed. And then I understood, oh, like everyone in here is so pissed, but actually not really. Like maybe older people, yes. But what I realized, well, I was mostly talking to strangers in my age group, maybe a bit older, but like up to 30, 35. And they were all fine, honestly. I was even surprised by my streak of how responsive people were to me and how likable I was to them. I remember there were only two cases, right? When strangers were unresponsive to me and didn't want to talk. And you know what my first thought was to that? They must be really fucking crazy if they don't like me. Like that was my perception of me, that you have to be crazy for not to like me, to not want to socialize and engage with me. And I think these people were really crazy. Like, I remember I was sitting in sauna alone, and I was again deprived of this social connection. And I just sit and I think to myself, like universe, please send me at least one person. Send me at least one person to sauna, and I swear I will make it work. I will make it work. 5 seconds go by, one dude comes in. He comes into sauna, and his face is like like he ate 3 fucking lemons. He's super cracked up dude. I have no idea, was he like 18 years old or 30, but like something was fucked up. He was probably retarded. Retarded as well. And he lays back on his back, and I think, okay, just shoot anything, right? Just say anything, man. And I'm asking him like, oh, like, why are you laying on your back, not sitting? Is there like any health benefit to it? And he says, no, I just like it. No, he said more like, no, I just like it. Like someone squeezed his balls. I think like, okay, kind of unresponsive, short answer, not looking good for me. But I'm still trying. So I think, okay, what else to ask? Okay, like, don't overthink that. Ask something simple. And I say, oh, you just like it. I thought maybe there's some health benefit to it. And my idea was that he will start talking about, are there actually like any health benefits to it? Maybe he noticed himself. No, that was a very unfruitful question. He just said, no, I just like it. I was like, well, whatever, right? So like, keep this idea in your mind that someone really has to be crazy and stupid not to like you. Like that's the way how you should go about it. And I think that's really good. Like my streak of having great conversations with strangers have been great so far. And the last thing, very important, really, always be yourself. Always be yourself. Like stand for your own values, beliefs, and idea, and just speak about what you are interested in. That's right, speak on your own interests. So you probably know about that book on how to win friends, something like that. So it basically says that if you wanna get more friends and be great conversationalist, you should listen to what other people have to say and actively engage by listening and ask them questions. Really, I don't think that's a good idea. I think this idea sucks, to be honest. Really what I've been doing, just talking about my own interests. And you just can see whether you will connect with strangers or not. Yeah, that's basically my idea. I remember when I just started doing this, my main interests were, or like my main just main things what I was doing, right, was just working in a hedge fund, going to the gym, and reading about human psychology from evolutionary perspective. So like how our tribes lived like 10,000 years ago, and how all that psychology developed, and how this 10,000-year-old caveman still lives in us in our current society. And that was what I was really probably talking about with strangers 80% of the time. You know, I didn't really care were they interested about this or not. I just cared about showing that it's interesting to me. Look, just think about it from the risk to reward perspective, right? So let's say you talked about your own interests and you connect with a stranger. That's a huge fucking win, right? You look, you're being your authentic self, you're being your true self, right? Another person likes the real you, and you connect with someone who has same interest as you do. And you also happen to share the knowledge about your topic that you are interested in. If you talk about your own interests and you don't connect with a stranger, you're still being your authentic self, right? So you win. But you don't connect with the person that you weren't connected in the first place. So it's not even a loss. You're just at the same place. You weren't connected with the person in the first place, and you are not after the conversation. But you were still being authentic to yourself. That's a big deal. Now, if you put up your fake personality, or you are not talking about like what you're really passionate about, and you connect with the person, well, first of all, you're not being your true self. You will just feel like shit, honestly. You'll just feel bad, but you connect with the person. Okay, so that person likes the fake you. So if you want to keep that connection further, you'll have to put up with that shit. Eventually, it will just probably drive you crazy, and that connection will just die off. If you don't talk about your interests and you don't connect with the person, no, that is just fucking lose, man. You lose completely. And imagine if you would have connected with the person, if you would have been your true self, but no, you put up your fake personality. That's a lose-lose, right? Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about. I think these things really helped me, and as a guy who was mostly introverted my whole life, and I thought that there's like nothing wrong with that. It's just the way I am. Like, I confidently can tell you that it's much more fun being social with other people, because like they are not gonna hurt you. Everyone in the world wants a social connection, right? Like 10,000 years ago, you couldn't survive living by yourself, living in very like small tribes. Now our tribes were like in 50 to 150 people, so you had to have at least like basic levels of social skills right now, right? So like, it is in our DNA to be social, so it is in our DNA to crave social connection. So don't be afraid to talk to random people. They're not gonna hurt you, and it may actually turn out to be a great friendship. So yeah, that's my advice.